was exhausted. Motherhood drained me. The sleepless nights, the endless chores. Sometimes I felt like I wasn't enough. But now I see. Every tear, every sacrifice, every prayer I whispered for my children was recorded by the angels and observed by Allah SWT. I see it now. The angels presented my deeds before my Allah, and He was pleased with them. My reward? I cannot even describe. Where do I begin? The palaces in Jannah, the countless gardens, the absolute comfort and bliss? To every mother out there, your struggles are not unseen. Keep going. You are building your eternal home in Jannah.
In the Quran, my brothers, my sisters in Islam, we see that Allah SWT has promised immediate intervention of support to those pious mothers who look after the children, fear that they might have done something wrong, and perhaps those who are looking to protect the children from all harms. The first example is the story of Maryam alayhi salam, the mother of Isa alayhi salam. When she received the good news of the birth of Jesus, peace be upon him, she thought that the people will label her as walayadu billah, baghiya, or someone who has done something illegal, sexually illegal, walayadu billah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, narrating the story when she was about to deliver the baby and the pain of the childbirth intensified, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated, فَلَمَّا أَجَاءَهَا الْمَخَاضُ إِلَى جِذْعِ النَّخْلَةِ قالت يا ليتني مت قبل هذا وكنت نسيا منسيا. That when the pain of the childbirth became so difficult to bear, then she hoped that she would be dead by now and no one would even remember her name. Out of shame because the baby who was to be born was born without any male intervention. And as a result of her fear and concern of chastity, and also fear that her family members will be labeled as people who couldn't bring her up in the appropriate manner, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intervened and reassured her that she has nothing to worry about. فَنَادَاهَا مِن تَحْتِهَا أَلَّا تَحْزَنِي قَدْ جَعَلَ رَبُّكِ تَحْتَكِ سَرِيًّا. Then the one beneath her, either the angel or Isa alayhi salam, he called out to her, don't be sad. The reassurance came immediately as a result of the concern of Maryam alayhi salam for her chastity and for her family's lineage. Allahu Akbar. We see similar pattern regarding the story of Musa alayhi salam and his mother, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspired the mother of Musa to throw him into the river. وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَىٰ أُمِّ مُوسَىٰ أَنْ أَرْضِعِيهِ فَإِنْ خِفْتِ عَلَيْهِ فَأَلْقِيهِ فِي الْيَمِّ وَلَا تَخَافِي وَلَا تَحْزَنِي إِنَّا رَادُّوهُ إِلَيْكِ وَجَاعِلُوهُ مِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Allahu Akbar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this beautiful ayah that when we have inspired the mother of Musa to breastfeed him, and if she feared for him, then throw him in the river. Look at the logic here. There is no logic actually. Like if you feared for your child, throw him in the river. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to see the level of faith that she had in him, the trust that she has developed in his abilities to bring him back to her. Subhanallah. So he said, when you fear, throw him in the river. And don't fear. And don't be sad. The same thing. Don't be sad. We will bring him back to you. And we are going to make him among those messengers. Subhanallah al-Azim. So my dear mothers out there, your effort of looking after your children, your fear that they might be deviated as a result of the distraction of this dunya and the destruction that mankind have brought to this dunya. Don't fear and don't be sad is the comforting message that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending to you. Don't ever give up on them if they went the other direction, and don't ever fear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might fail you in them. Rather, do your best. Protect them as much as you can. Exert as much effort as you could to bring them up upon the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The result will always be upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do your best and expect the reward from no one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.